you'll notice is that we have put up these ice creams, which we got from our friends, Heidi and Mel. They're really, really good, and I've just attached them with screws on the side. Right here, we've got our solar controller, almost 400 watts on the roof of solar, and we have got 3 batteries which are under the passenger seat inside the front there, so it's almost 400 amp hours as well with those 3 batteries. Here we've got our shoes lined up here. So here we've got our hatch. So we made this wall have a little hatch as a part of it, mainly because if anything happens at night and we're worried and we have to get away quickly, one of us can jump in the front and drive us away if things sound scary outside. Hatch just opens up and we go into the front there. And just to your left, where that curtain is, behind the curtain is actually where we have got all of our wires and cables. So that goes down below that seat and connects to the battery, our battery bank. So hatch just shuts. Lucy's dad had made these 2 hooks. So we now have hooks where we put up just our main jumpers or jackets that we wear often. Over the top here is where our wires actually go through and around the van. So we just covered that over with a fake plant, it's not a real plant. We have our towels here on a little pole, just so they can dry easily after we have a shower. Kind of adds a bit of privacy too when the door's open so people can't just see right in. Over here we've got our toilet. So we open up the lock. And our mirror as well, where we can check ourselves out. So there's our toilet. Oh, Lucy's dad actually gave us 2, which was really cool. So I think it's 20 litre. So we have the water that we fill up and we dump quite regularly. And then I made the storage in here out of an old box I had for many years that was for fruit and vegetables, and I just kind of reconstructed it to make it be our storage. Yeah, so it's done a good job so far. Great. Next up we have got the shower to begin with. So we constructed this using elements from Bunnings. So we actually got a cadenza, a shower cadenza, and then bought one more so that we'd have an extra bit.
I mean, it's quite a small space for a shower. It's fine, but I've knocked this part off. Like the sticky things will stay there, but this part can just come off if you knock it, and the amount of times I've been smacked in the head with it. So maybe one day we'll find something else that's a bit safer.
Great, but where is the actual shower? Yeah. So what we do is we have this on the wall, and we've got a 12-volt kind of pump that's rechargeable. So it's an actual shower pump. So what we get is we boil water, we get boil the water up and then put it into a bucket that's a collapsible bucket. And we put it in there and we pour the water in, and it's kind of like a camp shower, but it works really well for us. And between that and when we do stay at places where they have shower facilities, we normally use their shower facilities just because there is a bit of prep that goes into making this work. But we just wanted it to be kind of easy, straightforward, without too much hassle, so it's been working out really well so far.
And it helps us keep track of how much water we're using as well, especially now in the drought. It's nice to know that we're not using heaps of water.
We've got a pipe that connects up to where the sink connects to, and then we have got a grey water tank that is underneath the van that we empty out maybe like once a week or so. It's I think we've got 60 litres. If we've gone a little while without emptying it, you can tell that it's pretty full because we start to get a smell, but we've put a P-trap in underneath there, so it means that that's what it's called.
I thought it was called an S-trap. An S-bend.
Oh, maybe it's either P or S. But anyway, it stops the odour from coming up. So we know it's pretty full. If we start to smell something, then we go, okay, the grey water needs to be emptied. And Lucy's dad, he made this great door. So the door kind of locks into place. So And when we're airing it out, I had a shower this morning, so we're just letting the water dry and let it be up nice and open. But normally, when we're traveling, so we close the door and we lock the top.
Yeah.
So it all stays nice and neat. So above us here, so we've got all throughout the van, we've got our LED strip lighting, which was quite cheap. Just got that from Bunnings. Our inverter, so it's only 300 watt, but it's been perfect for what we use it for. So
For what we use it for.
So we use it to charge our laptops, camera, the Canon camera, battery,
My recording gear.
Lucy's recording gear. So far it's worked really, really well. This is just one that my dad had, so he gave it to us for us to use. So up here is where we charge things. So we've got 2 USB ports for our phones, and other rechargeable stuff that we use, like the 12 volt pump that we do for our shower. It's got a rechargeable battery that we just hook in here to the USB. We've also got a 12 volt one in here that we haven't used yet, but we're thinking we will be using it maybe if we get another portable fan over summer. Here we're at Lucy's desk.
So obviously Dad made this because we're useless. I wanted it to be something that didn't take up much space out this way, because this area is great for moving around, getting dressed and cooking and everything. So I wanted something fairly slim, but something that could also fit the recording interface that I have, my laptop, my MIDI controller, all my other bits and pieces. So we made it so it's a fold-out desk that I can work on. I can pull the interface out, or the MIDI controller, set my laptop down here, up here, headphones, bits and pieces, same deal over here. It's mostly all gadgets for recording, and Neisha likes to sneak in some of her stuff as well.
The only thing I've got is that.
And
my sunglasses.
your sunnies, this thing, sticky stuff.
Okay, let's not get into it.
Weird buttons that you didn't want to lose. And it's great because it's so easy to pack it all up again.
Like
hook and eye, whatever it is. I didn't do it tight enough, so I also have to use this bit of string or rope that I think Dad had used to make an archery bow with.
Okay, over here, just at the side, you can see. So this is a pantry that we built quite recently. Me and my dad built this. That's why the quality isn't as good as Lucy's dad's, but we did our best. And I'd seen something, I think, on Pinterest where I was like, oh, that's a really clever idea for a caravan. So yeah, we've made this little pantry. So yeah, so it's just got like kind of essential items like knickknacks, condiments, the gas and cleaning products, stuff that we got given by our friend Bodge. He had some plywood, so we just used what we already had, and Dad had some of this leftover timber from a project that he was working on. The only thing that we kind of bought, which was this, which is this is like a poster board for people who like make posters. So I thought it'd be really good to have this because it's really light, and I didn't want this to be something that was going to be really, really heavy in the van, because that just doesn't make sense. You want to go as light as you can. So yeah, this has worked out really well. And then while we're traveling, things in there, so that kind of stops it from popping open. Next up over here, so we've got our fruit and veggie kind of basket. You know, fresh things in there. At the moment, we need to go shopping, so all we've got left is a lemon and a couple of spuds.
That used to be our waste paper.
It did,
didn't it?
When we lived in
our little office.
When we lived in our house, we actually used this and lined it with garbage liners. Yeah, it was a bin, but we kept a hold of it thinking it could come in handy, and it is actually really great there. So it's attached to the wall with 2 screws, but it's been great to keep that separate so that we didn't have to find more room for it. Up here is other pantry storage. So this has got like kind of our soy milk, almond milk, and
chicken crimpies.
Potentially we might build a little shelf in here. Over on this side is where we put our kind of plates and our cooking. We've got like a nest of things in here, which is like our saucepans and our coffee pot. And then over here is the plunger, cups, strainer, So yeah, so that's all worked out really well. These have been great. Our slide,
Yeah.
really cool that we've made that. That is actually, was that called Hardy?
Is it Hardy Flex?
Hardy Flex?
Or the other one?
I think it was a Hardy Flex. So anyway, this is the stuff we used on this wall here to keep it quite light. Yeah, so we had leftovers of these, so we decided, hey, instead of buying more wood that might bow because of the temperature going up and down, let's see if we can use these. So we just sanded off the bottoms and then gave it a coat of paint. Over here we've got, this is where we have our spices, sugar, bottle top opener. This is our bigger storage here. So this has got like big things like tongs and whisks and mashers.
It's just an old wine box, isn't it?
That we already had. So we already had this. So we thought we could use it in some way. Yeah, these have been great to store different things. Over here, this has been fantastic. We really recommend getting getting one of these, the magnetized, what's it called? Strip.
Yeah, I don't know, magnetic strip. It's
but
good.
yeah, so
nothing
this
has ever fallen off.
This is where everything else is, apart from the bigger things. This is where we store this, and this has just been helpful to have this for when we need it quite quickly. So just keeping it attached there has been great. Our bench is really, really good. It's nice and solid, and the water storage under here. So first, the fridge. We got one of the chest open ones because they are better with keeping the cool in. It's worked really, really well so far. We keep a lot of like yogurts and beer in there.
No, there we don't.
So it's been great. It's not so great for ice creams and things, but we just eat those things.
It's not a freezer.
Really quick. I think this was an Evercool 40 litre. So it's been really great. And the way it stays is we've actually just got a little strap here that we've attached to the wall at the back, and we've left a little gap so that the vent at the back has some room and to breathe, and yeah, so it's worked really well. There's the strap that just keeps it in place.
I like that you mentioned the ice cream and beer, but not the veggies and salad that is always in there.
Then over here, really important, is we have a fire blanket. So
my sister made me, because I didn't think about it. Neisha did apparently, but Sophie bought it for us.
Thanks, Sophie.
Yeah, and our smoke alarm up there.
So here, so this is what we move. We move this quite a lot. This can be multiple times a day. So our dustpan and broom is just a little one. It's been really great, so to clean the floor. And this is where the gas cooker, which is currently up here, this is where it lives. So normally we have a few of these. Normally they sit on there. It doesn't move when we're driving. It's been really good. It just stays there. But every time we want to cook, we need to get this out. So we move it away and pack it away multiple times a day, but it's been all good. The other thing here is that we have our chopping board, which fits nice and snug in the side there, so we pull it out when we need it. Salad bowl. So salad bowl is great for our sink. We only needed a small sink because we've only got a few little things that we wanted to have. So going under to our water storage, we have two 20-litre containers. So this has worked really well. So this here is the sink. Pumps the water from down there, from this one where our pipe is in. And so we get our water from here. And we've also got, this is our second one, our backup one. So when this is getting down a bit low, we just swap this one to be here, just so we don't have to squish this pipe any more than what it already is. The waste water, so the water that's going down through here, is actually attached here and goes out through, down in here, through the wall. And where we were just with the fire extinguisher over here, that pipe goes all the way through the floor. So that's where our grey water goes down. And we find that 40 litres lasts us probably 4 days. So that's drinking water, showering water, Diefan water.